So, welcome to Mother of the Womb podcast. And this is our first episode. We've done the introduction, and this episode is about our voice and our expression and our willingness to speak and express even when we feel fear, when we don't want to, when we're not at our best, and still trusting that our expression is a form of healing and a gift to the world. And the purpose of today's episode is reducing the gap from your womb to your voice. And what I mean by this is reducing the thinking, the self-editing, the coming back into trust that you know just the right thing to say at the right time, and imperfection is perfect. So just sigh with that for a moment. You do not have to be perfect, polished. I was talking to somebody yesterday who said that they would practice speaking in front of the mirror. And a lot of performers, artists, actors, speakers practice in front of the mirror before they go live. However, that's not what we're going to do here. Here is about not performing. Here is about coming into your own expression, style, truth, non-perfect. And cutting the gap between being present and embodied in your womb and your voice coming out, because they are connected. So the more that you are present in your pelvis, the more your true expression can come through your voice. The less you edit, the more authentic you will be with what you want to say. So just feel into that for a moment, feel into your body. Today I shared a story in another group about how I struggled with my voice for a long time as a child, silenced, told what was wrong with my voice and my expression and my laugh, and had a journey of going inwards and being really stuck in my mind. And that brought me into womb healing work, because it was a journey in descent from being stuck in my mind, from disassociation, through seeking externally, to the realization of what I had been searching for was within me all the time, and being in my body and being present. That was the first step, was my grounding, was my feeling good in my body, my presence, my embodiment. The part that I have been really working on lately is my expression and healing through action, through scary action, through taking scary actions, through being in my body and allowing whatever wants to come through, even if it's not perfect, even though I might change my mind in a year's time, even if it offends some people. Because my intention has always been from a good place, from a pure place, from a loving place, but in the not wanting to upset or trigger oftentimes I have censored what feels truest to me. And my expression and my practice recently has been not doing that, of being a channel, of having singing lessons, and of being that little bit scared and putting myself out there and speaking and doing anyway, showing up in my leadership and a new form of embodiment. And I want to invite you to do the same, whether this is in your relationships, your work, if you're starting a business, if you're a healer and you work with women like I do. The closer that you can get to your womb, and even if you've had a hysterectomy, your womb space, that energetic center within you, is that center within the earth that creates life, and where cells grow and multiply and magic and power happen. And I want to give you an example, because when we're not in our body and we're in our head, it is very easy to misread the signals, and our body is always talking to us. And I remember listening to a book around psychopaths, and this has come through my own bad choices in my life, in relationships, which has been something that I've worked on to really come into trust with my body, because that was something that I had lost, and I had mistaken in relationships trauma responses for attraction. And that has been a journey as well that I have gone on, and now I can listen to my body in a deeper way and know which responses are actually, my body doesn't trust this person for a very good reason. And I also listened to other stories as well, which is why I got reading and listening to books on psychopaths and how to really trust yourself again after you have made some bad choices in your life. And what really came from reading and researching is the only way to know, the only way is through your body and your body signals. And therefore, to study your body and your body signals, to know your body's language, is key to protecting yourself in your life from making aligned choices, from following your soul, to really understanding what's going on with who you work with, if you're kind of working in that energetic healing role. And the more confident that you can become with your intuition and be present and within your womb space, the more that inner voice and that inner communication dials up. And the more that you can hear your own truth, and the more when you're in it that you can speak it and feel really confident and grounded in what you say, even if it's not polished or perfect or practiced or performed. Maybe you can tell that this is not perfect, practiced, polished or performed. And today I invite you to reconnect, or if you already have a good connection with your womb, practice being there and writing how you feel about different things, whatever that is, just allowing it to come from you. If you want to write it, if you want to speak it into a voice note, however you want to express that, and if you want to take it into the body and move around and express it however feels right for you, and come into that practice. And as you practice that, speak and allow the information, the wisdom that is within you to come out through your voice. So not just through movement expression, but through sound, and practice with it and see what happens. Practice it within safe relationships first. Practice it at home with yourself first. What am I feeling right now? And speak it. What do I feel about this? And speak it. And get into the habit of doing this, even if it's in the safety of your home first, with family, with people you trust, and then start putting it out there. If you're an entrepreneur, if you work with clients and you really want to attract the right people to work with you, because a lot of times we can be like, I just really want a client, or I really want my business to do well, or my circles to fill, or my healing business, or whatever it is for you to do well. But is that true for you, really, if you sit with it? Because you could be full of clients, but you could feel really drained. They could be the type of clients that really take a lot of your time and your energy. Or you could be working with clients that inspire you, and that through your connection together brings incredible change into their lives, your lives, and into the world. And the same with money. You could do really well financially in your business, but be burnt out, not be happy in your relationships and in your life, and your expression can become really drained. And so start with coming back to talking with yourself, with your womb, and find out, how do I want my relationships to be? How do I want my work to be? What do I enjoy? What do I want to be doing with my day? And work backwards that time, really getting clear on your values and what's most important to you. And then become an expression for that through being in your body, through expressing yourself, through taking scary action with trust, not performance or copying other people. And that is what has come through for me today, that I wanted to share on voice. And I'd love to hear your comments. And if you try this, what starts to happen in your life? Lots of love.